And I just came up to Netflix, which has been on a tear. I like this area a lot. The way I trade, it's always keeping a tiny stop loss and going after massive profit. This area is really hot for me. I like to have 3 confirmations before I execute a trade. We have 3 amazing confirmations. Do not be attached to your technical analysis. Happy Sunday, guys. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend. As I often like to do, I am analyzing some stocks, and I just came up to Netflix, which has been on a tear the last 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday has just been shooting up. You can see here, just doing an amazing job, and it's right up at $1,064.51. It pulled back a little bit on Friday, and I'm just thinking if it stays below this high of 1064.51, if it stays below and comes down, we might have an opportunity to get a nice call option or maybe even own the stock outright if that's what you are up to. So I did a Fibonacci from here. I've got some other lines from older Fibonacci's, but I did it from here, and the retracement at 1036 is one area. We have another area here at 1008. I like this area a lot only because we also have right here support. So something happened in that market. So if we get lucky and this was to come down to $1,008, execute that trade and watch this thing shoot up from a probability standpoint. As always, remember, I don't give investment advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just telling you what I will more than likely do, but I will also wait and see what the stock does before it gets to that area, because it could give me some other anchor points so that I can get in with an even tighter stop loss. The way I trade, it's always keeping a tiny stop loss and going after massive profits, whether it's scalping futures market or buying options. Like in this case, I'm looking at the potential of buying a call option on Netflix. And so because the stock is bullish, and that's something that I always try to do, is go in the trend of the market. This stock is going up. So I'm going to try and get a buying opportunity and take advantage of that upward momentum. If the opposite was true, if it was coming down, then I would try and possibly look for a selling opportunity. I don't always do this. Sometimes I will consider shorting a trade that's bullish, or the opposite, going long on a trade that's bearish. But in this case, I'm liking the line. So let me explain. So with this Fibonacci that I've just done there, like I said, I do like this area, and I'm going to show you that I do have some confirmations, and I have another area up here as well when I go deeper into the analysis. I'm currently on the 1-hour chart here. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in learning how to do technical analysis, reach out to me. Follow me on Instagram and send me a private message, and I'm happy to explain our mentorship program and put you in a position to start making these amazing predictions and get paid very well for it. So anyway, I'll take another Fibonacci from this low here, very pronounced low, to this high, and you can see we have this area here, the 23% right here, where this 11% is. So this is a hot zone. Now, it's only 2 confirmations. I like to have 3 confirmations before I execute a trade. So for me, this is just a B trade right here. Now here, I don't know if it's going to come down this far. We have 3 amazing confirmations. We have the 23%, we have a 50%, and we have a memory line. Twice this market came up, got rejected before it eventually went up, and then it came back here, got rejected, and then continued up. So this is a very strong area. So for me, this area would be ideal if this stock comes down $50. That's a big jump. Will it happen? Well, let's see. And so I have 2 areas. I have one up here and one up here, and I have a little bit of some action happening here, but I think we will have to deal with these 2 areas first before I even consider this. So I'm not even going to look at this, but I do have some stuff happening right here at this 38%, and I have a 78% line in that area as well. Plus, this dotted line is a Fibonacci extension from way back back when is in that area. So something may happen in this area if this stock just, has a complete meltdown or a big meltdown. So let's forget about this for a second. But these two zones I'm liking. And so if I take another Fibonacci, I'm going to take it from this pronounced low to that high and see what we can come up with. So if I do this, and I'll change the color so that it makes more sense. And so if we do this, you can see right here, look at this. You've got this 38% right on top of this 23% right here. I don't know if let me change the color of this here so that you can see it. I'll make it a little bit lighter if it allows me to. There we go. So right here, you've got this 23 on top of the 38. So this area is really hot for me. And then I've got the 11% right below it. So somewhere between 1036 and 1038. I'm looking at a potential turnaround if the stock comes down to that area. And as I said, I would use this additional information as it comes down, use other anchor points to decide whether I want to take this trade in this area, whether it's still good. Remember, the stock market will do whatever the stock market wants to do, and there's nothing we can do about it. The best thing you can do, you keep a tight stop loss and do not be attached to your technical analysis. Okay, you do the best you can. You have an area of confluence right here. We have 3 confirmations. I like to have 3 confirmations before I take that trade. So this is a hot zone for me. Now, if I was to take a trade here and it goes against me, and right here, this point here, if it went below that point, I would just get out and take the loss. Or maybe at this 50%, I would be like, no, I'm out. Take the tiny loss, because it may very well want to come down to my other area here where I've got the 23, the 50, the memory line, and I've got it between the 78 and the 88. So we've got a big area here as well. So I could potentially take a tiny loss here and then make up all that profits right here, because the chances of it disrespecting an area with 3 confirmations and then disrespecting this area, it probably means there's a war or something big, or it means we probably traded when we shouldn't be trading. For instance, CPI news or FOMC news, or maybe earnings report on Netflix. So you have to be careful of all those things, but we don't have to worry about that at the moment. CPI was it last week or 2 weeks ago, and FOMC as well. So we're in the clear right now. I do believe those 2 areas are solid. I've set an alarm up here for it to trigger first. And if this does not happen, then I will go here. And actually, let me just set an alarm right here. I'm going to put buy NF. Okay. So I now have an alarm there, and I'll just have to wait and see. The alarm that just saw I was trying to put is this area here. I don't know if it's going to get there, as I mentioned. But anyway, good luck with these 2 zones. There's another video just above. Have a look at it if you're interested in learning more on how we do our technical analysis. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.